So, when you're immigrating to Bulgaria, there's a couple of things to keep in mind. Well, first is the immigration process. It's not easy, but it's really just bureaucracy, and you have to see your way through it. The first step is to have a reason to immigrate. Now, I am immigrating on a pensioner's visa, which means that I have to prove that I have a pension that's at least 360 euros a month, I think, is the minimum wage in Bulgaria. So if you have a pension that's 360 euros a month, you can get automatic permanent residency. Well, kind of automatic. So the first thing you do is you apply for a long stay visa, which is a type D, and you do that while you're in your home country. Um, so, and I apply through the Bulgarian embassy in Washington, D.C., or through the local consulate if you're someplace else in the United States, or whatever embassy you have access to. After that, once I get to Bulgaria, right when I get there, I apply for a permanent residency visa. And supposedly that takes 6 to 8 weeks to get. And simultaneously with that, I can bring my family and get them, they can apply for a family reunification visa. But even though I'm married, my wife can't get in under the pensioner's visa because she doesn't have a pension. I do. So she has to go through a completely separate process, and she'll be applying for a family reunification visa after I get to Bulgaria. It's kind of a convoluted way of doing things, but whatever. Now, I've also got my dog, and moving with a dog can be challenging. It's kind of expensive for them to fly. I mean, it's basically the cost of another plane ticket. But on top of that, you need to get an international certificate of health, which you can get from any veterinarian. They should know how to do it, and has to prove that he has up to date on all his shots, especially rabies. Um, well, on that note, you also have to prove that you yourself have all the vaccines and are up to date. And you have to get a certificate of health from your health provider. Now, that's easy for me. I'm in the military. Military doctors know how to do it. It wasn't a big issue. That actually was about the easiest part of the process, especially with all the medical stuff I've had to do for retirement. But now, if you want to buy land in Bulgaria, that can be difficult because foreigners aren't allowed to own land unless they have a permanent residency, which means that to start with, I have to form a company, and that company will buy the land, and I can live on it, but it's technically the Bulgarian company that owns the land. And any lawyer in Bulgaria can help you do this. The quote that I had was around $500 to set up the company. No, I take that back. That was the fee you have to pay to start the company. The actual lawyery bit of it was around $1,200. So call it 2 grand, and now I've created a company that does nothing other than own land for me. But given that we are probably going to find some way to work while we're over in Bulgaria, maybe running a language school or opening a cafe, or me just selling my whatever furniture and stuff I make, woodworking. We might be able to use the company for that too. I've left out a lot of things. I have simplified this quite a bit, but it is just a bureaucratic process, and I am more confident every day that it's not going to be as hard as it initially seemed. Anyway, if you've got any advice, I'd really appreciate it. Leave it in the comment section. And until next time, this has been Dylan.